Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm going to do another twin video, okay? Because that video that I just posted is for the people who can acknowledge that this is more than just about a relationship, okay? Alright, so that was for a very particular small group of twins, okay? So let's do another one and see if I can get different information. Okay, I hope you guys have a great weekend, alright? Be safe. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Safe travels. Okay. So this energy is going to go to the 10th of April. Okay. It's going to go out just a couple weeks. Alright. So let's see where my other group of twinsies are at. Alright. And let me just remind you that all groups, okay, there's all different types of groups of twins. Okay. It just depends on where you're at in the process, okay? And that's that. That's how that goes, okay? So we have engagement. All right. We have reconciliation. We have new love. We have worth waiting for. Letting go of control issues, and express your love, okay? So the other group, categorizing now that I'm talking about it, for the other group of souls, twins, okay, those are the ones that, like I just said, come to the realization that this is more than just we're gonna have a relationship. This is much bigger than just the certain scenario that twins go through. Okay, that's for the people who kind of just like the light bulb went off and it was like, whoa, all right, like whoa, like that's what that was. Okay, so let's whoa and see where we're going with this. All right, because they're all beautiful. All right. So this is, engagement. This is somebody who wants to excel in their relationship. Obviously, they want to come back together. They want to make it feel like we can love all over again. Like it is worth waiting for. So this is people who have obviously been waiting a long time. All right, but here's the deal. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna keep waiting because somebody's trying to control this situation. Okay, you can't control something the divine has control over. Okay, I don't know how many times I need to express that to certain people. If you feel the need to control the situation, it's going to be postponed and you're not where you need to be because the universe does not want to bring groups of twins together if it's just going to get sabotaged, like self-sabotage. Okay, this is self-sabotage on the board. All right. So this is work in progress. This is something you're craving, and when you crave, your self-worth is not where it's supposed to be. I hope that makes sense. Okay, I understand that you want to express your love. Okay, but I will tell you that you need to get your emotions in check. You need to get yourself in check. Okay, so this is actually for the group of twins that are dealing with this scenario. This isn't even like about where your twins at. I believe this is like where you're at. Okay. I'm going to break things down as we go. Okay, I understand that you know what this is, this connect, this powerful link, like you feel it. I know you know, and you're craving to have that love back. You're craving to have this person back into your life. Okay, I'm going to stress to you right now that you cannot have this person come back into your life. Your twin will not come back into your life until you find you're happy. Okay, until you recognize what it is that you need, what your self-worth is. Okay. I know you want to express your love. I know. Okay, I know exactly where you're at, and this is actually another tough scenario. All right, this is for my twins that are dealing with this. I'm going to pull you a quick card. All right, some of you are still dealing with deceit. Okay, some of you are still dealing with not knowing the whole scenario. Okay. I need to know mentally where you're at real quick. I mean, I know clearly, but I need to get a bigger picture. That was lust, and I've seen it twice, so I'm wondering if I know where you guys are at right now, and we gotta fix that, okay? Self-worth. All right, High Priestess of Spirit. It showed me that twice already. All right, I've already talked about your self-worth. I'm trying to figure out where else you're at. All right, so we can solve this. Well, we can't really solve it, but we can work towards it. All right, I know you guys want to take this risk. I know you feel like a fragment in time. All right, some of you are feeling trapped. Here's the deal. Like, you're trying so hard to follow your hat, but it's like you don't really know what's in your hat, okay? I know you don't. I'm not trying to sound harsh, but you don't. All you know is that you want that connection back. That's what's key to you right now, okay? But that's what's holding you back because you're not truly following your heart if there's no self-worth involved in this process, okay? And I think you got into the point where, you know, I can throw the temperance card and yeah, like patience, like patience, like I'm the most patient person in the world. Like, don't you think like I've had enough with the patience? Like, I get it, okay? Like that's where you guys are at in this scenario right now, okay? So with fragment, all right, my child, you are always whole. Even if times you feel separated or fragmented, it's only an illusion. Choosing this symbol reminds you that all moving parts of life are important. If you're asking about one that seems confusing right now, focus on another that will bring you clarity. By here, now, and then, I next love you and see how beautiful and whole you are, regardless of the disconnected things seem right now. Also, remember to take a step back when you're trying to understand something. It may look like one piece to a giant puzzle, but it's just a small fragment of the truth. See the bigger picture through my eyes, and no matter what, all will be well. Do you sense that you cannot do anything, or you're not getting to what it is you really need to do? Do you feel like your things will never go the way you want them to go? Have patience. For truly, it's a temporary imprisonment that only exists in your mind in any circumstances. No matter what they are, they will change, okay? And you will feel free to experience life as you lead. At these times, dreaming can be your best antidote, and of course, patience. Consider the story of the half-raven boy who was trapped in conflict until they followed the heart. Trust in me, as that I will show you as the cage door opens so you can fly free. Okay, this is about taking control of your situation again, okay? Like, and with the express your love, I'm telling you, like you're like you are craving, like you are so ready to take this risk, okay? So rather than worry about how things will turn out, why not take a leap of faith? No matter what happens, sometimes important things can be experienced. This is a sign that you can prove something to yourself, and when you accomplish it, you'll be proud that you did. Another meaning is to ask yourself what action is next. Is it worth the risk taking? If the answer is no, then don't do it. If it's yes, then put your wings out and I will catch you. This symbol brings a gentle warning that your risk should be motivated by love and not boredom. Okay. This is a symbol of consequences as well, and also a symbol of courage. Okay, so have courage to. It's almost like I'm not saying like let go of this scenario, but I'm saying like until I throw more cards, I'm telling you right now, like I feel like you have to let go of this scenario a little bit because you can't grow if you're holding on to the scenario. Okay, um, you're at the point where, like I said, patience is not a virtue anymore when it comes to this particular scenario, and that is because you let the control of love and thoughts control your brain. Okay, um, it's not an easy process, guys. It's not. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a very tough process. Even if you look at it in a certain perspective, it's still a really tough process, because I know what it is you're craving right now, and it's a connect that is lost right now, and you're dying to get it back. But here's the thing: when worth waiting for comes up, I mean, this is divine. All right, you can't control the situation. This is something that usually takes a little bit of time. This is something that's been in a process. This is probably a twin that is with somebody else. Okay. And obviously, you guys are not together in this scenario, and this is something you're dreaming about. This is something you've been waiting for. Um, you have all these people out here online talking about twin relationships and what it feels like, and when it comes together, and what it's going to be like, and all this stuff that we put into our brains and our heads, because we know what it feels like and what it's felt like, and what it's going to be like. But in our reality, like, you got to get that out of your head. Like, you don't know the outcome. All right. Your visions, your dreams, your past lives, like, you may have visions of those, but how do you know that it's going to play out in this earthly realm? How do you know that's not a past life scenario? Or these are just your thoughts of what it is you crave, so you now have this vision in your head of what it's going to be like. But get that out of your head, because you don't know if it's going to be like that. All right? Like, dreaming is the best antidote. Yes, I get that. But, like, delusion steps in too. Okay? It plays a lot of factors. So I'm going to have to break this down for you. Choose these cards. See where we're going to go with this, okay? I mean, and you might be struggling in all reality, because what if your twin's actually engaged to somebody else, and this whole time all you've been wanting to do is have a reconciliation? And in all reality, if this is your twin, yeah, it can come back around. But what if this is like, I'm not going to come around for another 6 months to a year? Do you want to stay in this mind frame that this is going to come together, and this is going to be a fairy tale, and this is how it's going to go all the way from ABC all the way to Z? Like, no, it doesn't work that way, guys. It's because you're too focused on them, when you need to be focused on you and your path and your journey and where your life is bringing you. Okay? Because this is one of those scenarios for somebody, obviously. Okay? um and it's that simple. Tell me about engagement, please. You come first. You always come first. Your self-worth, your life, where it is you want to go. All right? So you've been dealing with this for a very long time. You feel left out. You feel sad. In some scenarios, you feel like you're blindsided. In some scenarios, you feel like you're hanging on for dear life. I mean, you literally have felt like a fool. You've been embarrassed. You've been ashamed. You've gone through lots and lots and lots of cycles. Okay, um, a lot of cycles. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I knew this is where you were at. All right. I need you to take care of you. All right. I need you to lay the burden down. All right. Even for a little while, I know that's not what you want to hear, but I am telling you, I will tell you how to get to where you need to be in order to have certain stuff come together. Okay. Um, and right now, the burden needs to be laid down. All right. You come first. I'm about to tell them once, please. The magician. So to me, this is like, I'm not even going with trickiness. I'm talking like, you've been going in circles, you've been floating, you've been sitting on a lily pad for a really long time. All right, I'm talking like, this is snail slow. All right, you've learned a lot throughout this process, but the thing is, you're not putting it together. You're not, all the tools that you have learned, you're not you're not using them properly. Okay. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying you don't know how to use the tools that have been given to you. That's all. Okay, so right now you need to lay the wands down because you need to just take a step back, all right, and focus. You've been swimming around in a pond, all right. You've probably been swimming around in a swamp, all right. I'm not shitting you, okay. But the thing is, it's you're looking at the bright side, all right. But it's it may be unrealistic, though, on your approach, okay. Tell me about reconciliation, all right. So you've been waiting a very, very long time, all right, for this reconciliation. Like, you're tired. Like, you're almost like roadkill, all right. Like, I'm not shitting you. Like, you might as well throw me in a stew and cook me, all right, because this is torture. That's why I said this is, I know exactly where you're at, and it's pretty effing painful, all right. You want to get out of this scenario, all right. You're tired, all right. You know, you got the magician on the board, but like, this isn't even the magician cards. This is a cup card, but I'm gonna tell you, like, you're at the point where it's like, I'm not gonna offer anymore. I don't want an offer. I don't want to offer. You do when you don't, but this is like, I'm gonna play hard to get. All right, but this is like, you got a mask on. All right, your eyes are not even open. All right, at this point, it's like, you're so tired of the game because you've been playing a game. Like, this has been a game for you, and that's a huge problem. All right, and might not be looking at it like, I haven't been playing a game, Court, but mentally, your mind control has been playing a game. Okay, so yes, you know, right now you do have to lay the burdens down. All right, I know you're craving. You might even be turning down new love because you don't want to lose, like, the old love, okay. Yeah, you've been on the boat, okay. You're trying to control, you're trying to just have this come back into place. We got the Emperor, okay, and it's like, the Emperor's looking right up at the Four of Cups. So, like, you got your mask on, I'm telling you. You got the pence here. Like, you're still on your boat, and you don't know what direction you're going in, and you're pissed, all right. You're not happy. Like, I'm not reading the exact meanings to these cards, guys. I'm freestyling because I know where you're at, and I'm trying to break it down for you, okay. um so for some of you, you might even be turning down love, okay. But I really don't. A majority of you, it's just like, all right, like, I've really been, I'm waiting, and I've been waiting too long, all right. And the person you're dealing with too, I'm going to tell you right now, emotionally has that wall up and does not want to share their emotions, okay. And that is holding you back because all you want is for them to pull out their emotions, and they're not, okay. And they're not because the two of you are kind of like mirroring the control factor, all right. And you just want them to speak, and I mean, they're in choppy water right now, all right. The two of you in choppy water, and it's not going to come together if we're in choppy water, guys, okay. It's not, all right. I'm honestly surprised, like, your boat doesn't have a hole in it, all right, because you've sinking plenty of times already, all right. You've plugged that boat up plenty of times, all right. Tell me about worth waiting for. And this is worth waiting for. This will come together. It's just a matter of changing your perspective, all right, and looking at things and taking things in a different approach, okay. Right now, it's literally time for you to take a step back and and find your happy again. What makes you happy? What drives you? What um who makes you happy? And you're tired. You're so tired. You're mentally tired, all right. So when you're not frustrated, you're tired. You can't think clearly. You don't even know what your next direction is, guys, okay. And I'm telling you, that makes sense because you can't. You're trying to control something, all right, that you don't have control over, and it's frustrating and it's exhausting, and you feel like you've poured your heart out, and this person will just not give. This person you're dealing with will not budge, and you have tried every angle possible, okay. So for those who have literally tried every single angle possible to get this person to share their emotions, this is for you, all right. This is why we need to take a step back, and your emotions come first. Your thoughts come first. All right. Tell me about worth waiting for. I will tell you that here's another thing. You're craving comfort. You're craving love. You're missing the touch of this particular individual, and until you learn to self love and realize you don't need someone else to comfort you. When you get to the point where you want someone else to comfort you, then that's when chances are can step in. But when you need someone to comfort you have to learn how to comfort yourself. You have to learn how to take control of your brain. All right. You have the star. All right. So you will be healed. All right. This is destined to come together, but it has to be done. I mean, it's the sun. It has to be done very strategically. Okay. This can have a very good outcome. All right. You will have that vitality. You will get this back. All right. You will soar again. You will, it's like right now, you've been seeking your honey for a long, long time. All right. This is like a queen bee, even though it's a sun card, but it's like you've entrapped yourself. Okay, and you have to break free. All right, you have the power to break free from this, guys, and it's not letting go of your twin. It's recognizing who you are as a person and what you deserve. Okay, tell me about letting go of control issues. I will tell you the hardest lesson, okay, in life can be love, guys. Um, you got the King of Wands reversed. All right, so not only you know you have the inner knowledge. Here's what your where your frustration is coming to as well, because you have the inner knowledge. You know exactly what this is. You know you two are meant to be. You know there's a higher purpose here. You know it's more than just what it is, and this other person is not grasping it, and it's frustrating, and it's okay when the other person doesn't grasp it, because they're not meant for them to grasp it yet. Like, they have to still go through their lessons. They haven't hit their maturity where you'd be able to make this work yet. Okay? You don't want to bring something in that's gonna fail. Like, if you're sticking to the same routine and your thought process hasn't changed and your daily routine hasn't changed, you're not ready. Okay? Like, when you want a new beginning with somebody and you want this new love and you want all this, like, you can't do that on choppy water. You can't take control over that. Like, you can't control this situation, okay? Because if you don't change your outlook, you don't change your daily routine, then you don't grow, okay? And if you don't grow, this union will not come together. There needs to be growth, there needs to be maturity, there needs to be a brand new outlook, there needs to be a brand new perspective on what this is. Once you find you're happy again, you find your motivation again, you're gonna realize that, okay? um and you're gonna be like, wow, like, I'm telling you, love is a very powerful tool. All right, and that's why people get hurt, and it's like a tool the universe can use, okay, to manipulate too, because here's the thing, like, and like our earthly bound right now, like, it's like we're conditioned to love, we're raised to love, we're brought up to love, okay. um Love in like a spiritual, like a universal thing. Like, love is love, but love to them is not like touching and feeling and making love, and that's not love, okay. Love to them is self-love and self-respect and love for others and putting others best interest, looking out for other people, but when after you come first, it's a different kind of love. Like we're conditioned, like, if somebody hurts you, you run to somebody and they hug you and they hold you and they coddle you and they tell you everything's going to be okay and all that stuff. And in all reality, guys, like, no, you have to coddle yourself and you have to tell yourself it's going to be okay. Like, you need to step out of that lower vibration and raise your own vibration and get yourself out of that mentality. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, so you have to tell yourself, like, I want a new beginning with this person, and I know you do because you want the new love. So if you want that, then prove that to yourself, like, because once you find your self mentality, your self-worth, all that again, you're going to be like, why did I even want this? And it's not that you're going to look at it in a whole new perspective on. It's going to be easier to forgive. It's going to be easier to understand why things went down the way they went down. It's going to be easier for you to learn certain lessons and not question certain scenarios, or question certain messages, or I'm telling you, you're going to look at things so much differently, where you're going to feel comfortable no matter what type of message you get, because you're comfortable in your own skin. You're comfortable with who you are, and nobody can control your mind but yourself. Okay, it takes a little while to get there, but you can get there. I mean, you're literally sitting here like roadkill. Like, throw me in the freaking stew, because I'm fed up. You've climbed so many ladders. You've tried every avenue. Okay, I know exactly where you're at, and until you put yourself first, all right, this won't work. All right, if you want this to work, all right, you need to have control over yourself. You need to focus on you. You need to focus on your worth. I mean, your pentacles. You need to focus on work. You need to focus on your children if you have children. Focus on other things besides your twin, and what this particular outcome is going to bring you. Okay, I'm not kidding. You need to be smarter than the average bear. Okay, when it comes to this, you need to trick your own mind, because where you're at, you have to trick your own mind. All right, and it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, you have to change your process, your thought process. This person does not control how you feel. Well, right now this person does control how you feel, and that's a problem. Okay, um so here's the deal. All right, again, it's you're missing comfort. You're lacking comfort. You're lacking the nurture part. You're lacking the touch. You're craving it. Okay, that's all you want, is this person to hold you and tell them that they love you and that they're there for you, and vice versa. All you want to do is nurture this, and I'm telling you right now, this is not going to be nurtured until you nurture yourself. Okay, until you figure that out. Okay, and express your love. All right, I will tell you, I will give you a little bit of advice when it comes to this scenario. What I believe you have to do next. All right, you got the Ace of Swords with the King. I will tell you, I was just about to say that, with communication. All right, you need to lay this to rest for a minute. And what I mean by this, all right, can this be resurrected? Yeah. All right, but look at the little mouse up there. Okay, and it's like, and this little mouse is powerful. Okay, this little mouse is like, listen to me. I'm going to give you some advice right now. I'm going to give you some really good advice, and I really hope you take it. What I need you to do, and what I need you to stick with, is I need you to send a message to your twin. Okay, whether you've talked to them in a long time or you haven't, if you find yourself in this scenario, in this predicament, and these are your thoughts and this is your situation, I need you to send your twin a message, and you need to tell him, or her, okay, that I love you, and however you want to word it, word what you need, what needs to be worded. Okay, make sure you word it properly, and don't just send a quick text out. I mean, this is something you need to do, like a draft, and tell them, you know, I know this has been a chaotic process, and just know that I love you, but I need to come first. I need to get myself under control. No, you don't need to say I need to get myself out of control, but just kind of like, this scenario has, gotten me to the point, the realization that, you know, I need to put myself first, and I haven't been doing that. And I got a lot of love for you, but I also have come to the realization that, you know, I need to come first. I need to explore my avenues, however it is you want to word things, okay? And make sure you're honest and do not be harsh, all right? And let this particular individual know when they're ready to have a heart-to-heart conversation, and ready to communicate the way things should be communicated, that you're going to be willing to talk. But right now, you need to take care of yourself. These are for the ones that are going back and forth with their twin, and trying to control the situation. And this obviously, this is the ones you're talking to, but I mean, they can be with somebody else or vice versa. I'm talking about the twins that are in a shit show of a scenario right now. All right, but yet you're still talking, you're still sleeping together here and there. Like, this is what this is. Okay, this is when, for that particular group, when you send that particular message out, and you just let them know that you got a lot of love for them, but you come first. All right, and eventually that you guys can talk about this, but it is going to be on your terms, and not even like your terms in a bad way, because that's not you controlling the situation. That's you taking your control back from something that's been dragging you down for a long time. There's something that's put you in this scenario. Okay, this is a really hard scenario. I mean, you've been in choppy water for a long time. This is not the first time. All right, you're literally at the point where you really want this to work, but you need to love you first. All right, in order for this to have potential in the future, find your happy. Okay, when this person texts back, and if they don't text back, okay, then it's okay. That you know where you stand anyway, okay, but you're not seeing it clearly because you've been in choppy water for so long. It will come to a realization. You will feel stabbed in the back, you will feel like crumbling, but you know what, go through it, because you've already gone through it plenty of times. So acknowledge it one more time and nip it in the butt, okay, because this scenario will come back around. All right, it really will. All right, and when it does, I guarantee you it'll be very successful, but it's going to be when you take control of your life again, okay, and realize that you come first. And life isn't about having that other individual to take care of you. It's about taking care of yourself and knowing what it is you want out of life and where you're gonna go. All right, it really is like that. Okay, the communication's not there right now anyway, so you know, I know it might be really hard to cut communication off with this particular person, especially if you guys go back and forth and correspond, and you sleep together here and there or this and that. Like, for those who are in the scenario like I'm talking about, where it's just so overwhelming and you forgot how to be you again, this is when you need to reach out and let them know that you come first, and there's nothing but love. But we'll figure this out another time, okay? And then that gives that person time to think about their scenario too, because the two of you have been in the same routine for a very long time. All right, nothing can grow if you stay in the same routine. Nothing, nothing grows if you're in the same routine. It's not manipulating a situation. It's not what you're doing. All right, you're taking control back of your life. All right, because this is not okay. I mean, this is this is a shit show scenario. This is, you know, you craving something that you feel like you have no control over, and but yet you're trying to control it. You've been going in circles and circles and circles. You've been stabbed in the back, you've been hurt, you've tried every single scenario, and I will tell you, the only scenario I guarantee you haven't tried was taking a step back and letting it go. All right, and don't say I've done that, because what 3 weeks, you let it go for 3 weeks, and then they hit you up or you hit them up, and then it's back on. But you do realize it goes back into the same routine every time. It ends up the same way every time. Okay, that's because there's no growth. That's because you have not come first. Okay, that's what that is. Okay, and it's not a bad thing. That's normal. That's normal because that love is there. Okay, but I will tell you, it's not okay, and it's not growth, it's not progress, it's not any of that. Okay, you can have all this with this particular person when there's been growth. Okay, any messages for this group, please? Any messages for this group? Anything else, please? We have complicated and conclusion. Okay, and here's the thing, conclusion came out first and it's 12, and complicated came out next and it's 11. So that's why I'm saying you're not taking the proper steps, because that's why I literally just said take a step back, because we go from 10, 12. If you were on track, it would be 11, 12. Okay, it's okay to take a step back, guys. All right, because it's going to get you to where you need to be. All right, this is not an overnight fix when it comes to twins. This is a time for endings and new beginnings. Drawing this symbol indicates that you have to come to some type of end of some experience in your life, but you're going to enter a new one. Don't resist the conclusion, for endings are important experiences that will help you build a stronger foundation for your next adventure. This is also a warning to get all the facts before you draw a conclusion about someone. You can't know the whole story until you've read it to the end. Remain open even when the ending is final or a conclusion is correct. This is a sign that a new story is about to unfold. Yeah, this is you taking your life back, taking the next step to find your happy again. Okay? And then when you find you're happy again, you wait and see. You know what? I guarantee within like 2 weeks, you're going to notice changes. You're going to notice energy shifts. You're going to notice other people noticing you. Like I'm telling you, it's gonna motivate you. It's gonna boost your mentality. You know, if you don't normally listen to music while you take a shower, put music on. If you drink coffee every morning, every other day, switch it up to tea. Or um, take a walk in the morning before you jump in the shower, even if it's dark out. You know, just go look at the sky for a minute. And when I'm talking, you have to change everything. You have to change everything. You can't just change one thing. You just can't change your perspective on a certain outlook and be like, okay, well, I'm going to take charge of my life and now everything's going to change. No, your life does not change. Your perspective does not change. Your energies and stuff do not change unless you literally get up and change your life. This is not just one step process, guys. This is a journey. This is a process. This is step after step after step. Like this is learning throughout your whole life. This is wisdom. This is a lot. Okay, this isn't like I'm gonna change one thing and I'm gonna not text this particular person and show them that I have power over the situation. No, that's not what this is. This is you took your power back, and will you maybe hit rock bottom again and be upset? Yep, but that's the purpose of it. I know as messed up as that sounds, it's complicated, and that's probably why they gave you complicated, because it's a complicated scenario. Like this, there's nothing about that's easy. So if you want a new start, you want a fresh beginning, you want a different outlook on life, then switch your life up. Like if you've been in the same department for like 10 years, put an application in to swap departments. I'm telling you, like little things like that is life altering. All right, get out of the routine that you're in, especially if you're not happy. My sweet one, wouldn't it be nice if life always was simple and things were obvious and transparent? Drawing this symbol reminds you that sometimes there are so many elements to consider that's next to impossible to understand at this moment, especially when most of you find you seeking of trying to find the answer. Right now, things are complex, and only time will help put the pieces of the puzzle together. Just remember, simple can also be boring, and complications can also be deeper meaning for mature experiences. Don't try to figure this one out right now. Just go with the flow. Just be an open book and follow the threads of life's mysterious webs, okay? And here's the other deal. This is being divinely guided. So let me tell you that this is going to come back together. So don't you want to grow? Don't you want to change your routine? Don't you want to step out of what this is? You don't want to be in choppy water when your twin comes back around. It hasn't come back around. It hasn't come back into union because of the chaos that's going on in your life because of the choppy scenario, because of the situation. Okay, so that's, and not to mention the control. Okay, they're going to tell you, if you can get yourself under control, if you can go and find your happy again, you can have all this. Okay, and it's going to be different. It's going to be a different feeling. It's going to be a different experience. And when you experience that, and you know things are changing, that's when you know this kind of stuff can actually come back together, because there's been growth. Okay, so this is just was for my scenario of twins that are still stuck in a storm. All right, still stuck with the back and forth messaging, still stuck with trying to control the situation. Okay, I hope, I've helped a little bit. Okay, my main message for you is find your happy again, because when you find your happy again, you find you, and when you find you, it raises your vibration and it heals you, and you seek different opportunities, and life is a forever changing, it's forever changing. Okay, so evolution just doesn't stop. Okay, so don't be stagnant. All right, because you've been stagnant for a long time, and now it's time to get out of the stagnicity and go adventure, go adventure on finding you. Okay, go find you again. Go find what makes you happy. Okay, it's the little things. Change your furniture around in your house, change your bedroom around, change the comforter, change your sheets, change, if you haven't, cleaned out your closet in a long time, go clean out the closet, put different clothes in certain areas, and where you start wearing your older clothes and put those on again. I'm talking change, like change everything, like, and it's not even in a bad way, like you're trying to like poof, I'm this brand new person. But no, but when you change your routine and you change your thought process, it changes you, it changes your outlook, it changes your vibration, it changes where you go in life. And no one wants to be stagnant when it comes to life. I mean, we have one of them, guys, and this is divinely guided. I know I've said that, but that I'm talking like this is going to come together. And don't you want to be that new person for this particular person? Because your twin will be a new person too. You're not the only one going through this. All right, and then if your twin comes back in and they're not this new person, you're going to be like, nope, it's not time. Okay, like, and you're going to be okay with it. Okay, because you're going to get to the point where you want them in your life, you don't need them anymore. Okay, and that's a great thing. All right, because that's self-worth. All right, that's self-value. All right. So find control of you again. All right. You control your brain, your situation, your scenario, your path, your car. You control all those things. All right. You have control over it. It doesn't, you're not manipulating nothing. It's you're coming first. And at this point, if you don't come first, this won't happen. And you'll continue to go into boats and climb ladders and go in circles and be in choppy waters every other month or every couple months, because you're in the same routine. So if your routine has not switched up and it's been stagnant, and not stagnant in a bad way, but just stagnant, like there's been no change, then it's time to switch it up. That's all I'm saying. Like, switch your gears up. It's that time. Everybody needs a tune up every once in a while. It's not just your cars, ladies and gents. Everybody needs a tune up. Okay? Everybody needs to find their vitality again. It's very simple for us to get lost in the world and lose our footing. Okay, but I will tell you, um, as cliche as it sounds, it's just as simple to find your happy again and step into new grounds and enjoy life again. Okay, so change your outlook, change your perspective. All right. Um, Try getting out of bed with 2 feet planted on the ground. Okay, because I've heard it somewhere, and I don't do it as much as I probably should, but I will tell you, when you stand up straight, being grounded on 2 feet, all right, can start your day in that perspective, all right, instead of one foot in front of another, because you've had one foot in front of another and you keep ending up on the same rowboat. Okay, so ground yourself each morning when you wake up. All right, um, you guys got this. All right, don't worry about it. All right, don't stress out. All right, don't panic. Like, what's meant to be will be. All right, this will all come together when the time is right, okay? And right now the time is, it's just not that time until you find you're happy again. Because don't you want your twin to find you happy again? You raise your vibration, it raises their vibration. You heal, they heal. All right, like you're benefiting the two of you in all reality. It benefits both of you, okay? But you come first. You're more important. All right. Don't do it because of that. All right. But you want new, right? Who doesn't like new? Who doesn't like a new pair of shoes, or a new, or a new outfit, or a new cell phone, or you know what I mean? You know where I'm going with that? Like, who doesn't like new? All right. Like the two of you have to become brand new again to have that brand new love. All right, and you will. It's divinely guided. You will have that. Do you realize you have the star and the sun like under worth waiting for? It's divinely guided. It's destined. All right. So, but you come first. All right. You always come first. All right. It's not gonna change. It's not going to be a drastic change to who you are. It's not going to have you turn into the emperor and not give two shits. That's not what this is about. All right. This is about finding you happy again. So when the two of you come together, um, it's happy. All right. It's a happy. All right. I love you guys. Have a fantastic weekend. Okay. Happy Easter. Love you guys. Bye.